Alright. Well, I'm not sure why there's massive things in the middle of the... Hold on, let's get that fixed. I don't know why that's happening. That's definitely not supposed to be like that. There we go. Get rid of that. That looks absolutely ugly. Oh my god. There we go. Looking much, much better. Well, it's also a good time to say that we are back for Suzuka. Well, I'll get all of this done and dusted. Back for Suzuka. Back for Season 6, Round 3. And yeah, so far, is it Samil done? 6th on the grid. Abe Santama obviously taking the P1 spot, as it stands for now. He goes even quicker with a 2008, but we all know that he can go much, much quicker than that. That's my, there you go, get the personal best up there. See how many people are out on the track. 21 people today. Obviously it is a Thanksgiving weekend, so it is not surprising that we are missing a couple of people like Anthony Camacho. We're missing Anthony Camacho. Are we missing Josh Buckwater possibly? I don't see him on there. Maybe I'm just blind. But I don't think I saw Josh Buckwater on there. Here is Felix Palant though. He's out on the track today, regardless of Thanksgiving. Looks like the midfield is going to be interesting today. Yeah, there's well, a couple of surprise AMs taking some pretty quick times. Ganahadi Hutama and Pocholo Timano both, well, setting really quick lap times. 202.0 and 202.1 ahead of some of the pros, and actually a lot of the pros. And why did I just open Steam? It's messing everything up. Alright. Denis Koroteyev, currently pretty high up in the championship, I think. Actually. To check before that. I don't know why I didn't do that. Let's have a look. Currently, Dennis, he is sitting 4th in the championship. Level points with Anthony Camacho, who's not participating today. And he is sitting in a pretty nice 14th place with no time, no valid time. John Gibson, he's in 12th. Which is about net P5 for the AM split. So also doing relatively well out there. Apologies for the periodic coughing. Still kind of recovering from whatever I was ill with last week. Guy Smiley, previously known as Guy Smelly, changed his name. Don't know if that's their real name or not, but well, got a lot of aliases it looks like, and this is one of them. So we're going to be referring to them as Guy Smiley as of, well, now. And practice has pretty much ended. A lot of the people not doing valid times. Well, I'd say a lot, but it's only about 6 people not doing their times, so gonna be a surprise to what they can do. Let's press drive and I'll see who goes out first. And I think that was Miroslav Zurkovic who pulled the trigger to come out first. Oh wait, no. I think Pocholo has actually taken that lead. Just ahead. There's going to be the first person to come out onto the track, and my computer's crashed. Oh, no, it hasn't. Great. That's the first time my computer has been able to recover from a mini crash. But what will Pocholo be able to do? Remember, they are in the AM split, so whatever time they set, comparative to their pro time, will not really matter as long as they're first in their own split. Pocholo's been looking very, very strong out there today. One of his favorite tracks, it looks like. Or maybe one that benefits the BMW more. I'm not sure which one it could be, because you don't have many BMWs this season. And he starts his lap. Let's go on board actually and see how Pocholo's going to be handling this track. Very nice and cultivated. Turn left, turn right, turn left and right again. And on to the final bit of the S's. Turn left just before the double right-hander. And this one is quite easy to get incorrect. It looks like Pocholo's got all the patience, all the confidence as he goes through those double right-handers. And up to the hairpin, where most of the overtakes are going to be done, I think. And also very nicely just turning about 45 degrees. Or maybe 75, I don't know. I'm not good with maths. The long stretch before Spoon. Also a very technical corner. I think the whole of the Suzuka track is technical, so can't really repeat myself there. A little bit of a moment exiting the Spoon. So far, bringing it in with confidence. And up to 130R. Will it be flat? Or Pocholo Domano in the BMW, having to correct just a bit before. It looks like lifting a bit, but not too much. And up to the final chicane. Braking nice and early. Having a very nice exit. Onto the final bit, towards the line. And what is this time going to be? I know it's not going to be better than Abe's time, but this might be very, very nice. At 201.8, just as Miroslav Zurkovic sets a 200.0, and Matas 201.6, and Abe not able to match Miroslav Zurkovic, having to set off the second. John Gibson, just starting his lap time now. What is Rogerio Santos going to be able to do here? It's only good enough for 5th with a 203.0. Number 67, Patrick Starr. 5th place, 202. Jeffrey Theriot, his debut, and that was an outlap. Is it Samil Dunn? Nice. 4th place with a 201.7, just behind Matas with that time. Peter Anayev also their debut, and that was an invalid lap. Mohamed Irfan now going to be crossing the line. We haven't seen too much of them. What is this time going to be? It should be pretty good. And it is good enough for 3rd. And it's only a 10th of Abe Santama, but Abe right now is flying. 8 tenths up on his last time. And that is surely going to get him into the 159s right now. Easily into the 159s, actually. I don't even think he's going to have much competition if he finishes this lap. Abe Santama is flying. But will Miroslav Zurkovic have any reply to what this lap is bound to be? Abe Santama now crossing the final corner. And there's no slowing down, as he's going to come across the line to set the fastest lap time of the qualifying of a 1:59.76. And that just seems unbeatable. Patrick Slower going a 10th quicker. Oh, who is that who just hopped into 5th place? I think that was Bob Sponge. 201.5. Nearly a second off Matas, which is... Hold on, Matas setting a 200.7. That's a very good lap time. And he's out for more. It's beautiful lap time. Abe Santama now going also 3 tenths, 2 tenths quicker this lap. That seems to be a recurring theme with Abe just pushing for a more lap than anybody out on the track right now. Guy Smiley though, going 5 tenths quicker, which might promote him up a place, but I'm not sure on that. As he stops out on the track. Jeffrey Theriot going 1.2 seconds quicker. That's surely going to promote him up a lot of positions. If he finishes this lap, he's going to be 9th, I think. Unless Rogerio Santos goes quicker than that. But we're going to have to find out. A lot of improvements so far out on the track. As Abe sets another quickest lap time of the qualifying, a 1:59.3. Just well, squeezing everything out of that little Porsche. As Jeffrey Theriot is now rounding off the final corner. He's nearly 2 seconds up on this lap. And he's definitely going to be going up a lot of positions when he crosses the line. He was 13th, and now he's plopping himself up into 5th. Also a supposed... Oh, my voice is very low. Should turn me up. I'd say this is better. Because on my little audio thing, it says that I'm dropping into the red zone, which is usually when I'm being too loud. So and usually people can't even hear the cars over my screaming voice. So well, if it's better, then I'll keep it. I do have to say, there's always a couple of people who are, well, they surprise you, that's for sure. Vgtr being one of them. Only 6th overall, just about 3/10 quicker than P2 in his split, and about, well, 2 seconds, nearly 2 seconds quicker than Denis Koroteyev, who seems to be, well, kind of the start of the pack for the AMs. But will Miroslav Zurkovic have any answer to Abe's stonking lap of a 1:59.3? Miroslav Zurkovic would need to go 7/10 quicker if he wants to even have a chance of beating Abe. He would need to go 8/10 quicker to solidify that. Not sure how I got my time. Lap was rough around the edges. Well, I do have to say, I'm very happy with your lap time. That's for sure. It's a great lap time. Definitely another 4/10 in it, but I'm not getting it again. Well, it looks like you've pretty much solidified P4. Camille's not going to be doing any more lap times, it looks like. And Vgtr is, well, he's not supposed to be beating you, that's for sure. He's an AM. Then he's actually got the identical lap time of Patrick Slowick, down to the last thousands. Which, not sure. But Miroslav Zurkovic, he's going to be starting his lap time again for what is going to be a fresh attempt at least getting close to Abe's time. As Mohammed Irfan is going to be crossing the line, he's going 6/10, nearly 7/10 quicker than his previous best time, which also might put him into the 1:59s. Race setup testing time. Good idea. And oh my god, Mohammed Irfan, he sets an identical lap time to Miroslav Zurkovic. It is a freaky incident to have one identical lap time. One pair of identical lap times. It's crazy to have another. Miroslav Zurkovic and Mohammed Irfan setting, wow, a perfect lap time together. Wow. Never thought I'd see that. Never thought I'd see that. Absolutely crazy. Now, if Camille can go, what's that? I don't even know how to count. 15 thousandths quicker, then we can have 3 pairs of identical times, and they will also be in order. So Camille, that's my challenge for you if you're listening to this. Go only 15 thousandths quicker. And he's off the track, so I don't think that is going to be a dream come true for me, but that is definitely very, very weird. And maybe it shows what's to come. These 3 sets of drivers might be pushing it tooth and nail when they're out on the track together, and maybe they're going to be with pretty much identical times. Go Hutama, a person says. Well, Hutama's definitely doing pretty well. 3rd place in the AM split right now. 12th overall at 201.9. It's still nothing to be ashamed of. It is a great lap time. I think a lot of people would be willing to do anything to get into the 201s, unless you're Abe, who's nearly getting into the 158s by the look of things. Bob Sponge going another 10th quicker, which is going to promote him another position ahead of Jeffrey Theriot. And Felix Palin also going 5/10ths quicker right now, which isn't gonna promote him any places. It's definitely gonna solidify that 14th place over everybody on the track. Now, was that Patrick Starr going purple in the 1st sector? If there's anything that I'm actually afraid of, is a Nissan GTR going quick on this track. And Peter Anayev, look at that, 1.3 seconds up. He's also got the toe down to the line. And that is going to be a couple positions up for him. Oh no, that's only going to be 1 position up. But that is very close to John Gibson as well for 17th place. But he thinks that that is it. And goes back to the pits to finish his qualifying. Pocholo Di Mano, he's going 3/10ths quicker. This might put him way ahead of a lot of people. That's if he doesn't mess up this corner, and he doesn't. Twitching a bit around. I'm not sure what that's all about. And now, time to cross the line. And, well, he might be going up 2 positions over here. From 11th. Oh. From 11th to 11th. It was not an improvement. Patrick Starr, he's going 3/10ths quicker. And where is that going to land him? It's going to land him just ahead of Paciolo Di Mano for 11th place. And, well, meanwhile, qualifying's over for pretty much everyone. Bob Sponge is still out there, trying to hustle in sometimes. Might take a bit longer than one lap to get 5/10 in this lap, but actually, that's it. He has invalidated his lap time. So that is it for qualifying. I'm starting right behind Matas for the 3rd time. Well, not sure if that's a sad thing or if that's a good thing, but I'd say that's a bad thing. Because you never know what Matas might do. He's a bit of a spinning machine when it comes to the race. But anyhow, we've got a pretty nice grid out there. Jeffrey Theriot absolutely destroying the whole AM split with a 201.5. And talking about destroying their own relative split, Abe Santama going a measly 7/10 quicker than Miroslav Zurkovic. Which is, yeah, got no words, to be fair. Seven tenths quicker. Now it's just waiting for the race start. Well, for the grid start, actually. Target locked, Abe. Oh. Well, no, actually, you're not going to be starting behind him. You're going to be starting behind Miroslav Zurkovic. It's Mohamed Irfan who's got the job to take out Abe Santama into the first corner. You can take out P2 if you want. Because otherwise you're going to take out Mohamed Irfan, which would not be a good thing. Absolutely, we love Mohamed Irfan on here. He's done some great overtakes, some great races. And he deserves all the luck today for his race. And there we go. They get onto the grid. And many people doing last setup changes. Just like Abe Santama right now, his car is pitched up. Can have a closer look at that. We can't have a closer look at that. Well, I guess that's pretty much all you can see. Right, well, let's have a little gander down the grid. In P1 we have Abe Santama taking pole position with just over 7/10 to Miroslav Zurkovic. Then The next row down, we have Mohammed Irfan, and alongside him, Matas Side Kiss. You know, his totally real name. And then the row behind them, we've got Camille Taha, the flying lizard. And next to him, Patrick Slowick. Behind them, Bob Sponge. And alongside him, an AM driver of Jeffrey Theriot. I even forgot the name, that's how surprised I am. Behind them is Samil Dunn. Next to him, Rogerio Santos. Then Patrick Starr. Alongside him, Pocholo Tamano. And then next to him is... I forgot your name, I'm so sorry. Ganahadi Tama. Next to him, Felix Palin. And then Dennis Koroteyev. Next to him, Ethan Reed. Then Gibson. Then we have Peter and Ive. It's their debut race, so it makes sense why I'm looking at their name. Then it is Guy Smiley. And next to him, to finish off the grid, Jacob Bison. Or Bison. Not even sure how to say the name. Haven't got briefed on that one yet. Well, all we can talk about really is the predictions. And, well, I can't really predict a race. It's been hard to predict these races so far. We've had some interesting encounters and interesting ends to races. Just when you think everything's going about right, it's not. So we'll see what this one brings to us as well, as the formation lap should get underway any time now. Well, I'll definitely have some fun, and good luck to you too. Hopefully starting behind Matas isn't gonna hold you up too much. Well, technically you're not really starting behind him. You're starting one row down next to him. And you've got the inside line for all I know, so should be pretty good. Right, well, formation lap is underway. No more time for preparation. Hopefully nobody has forgot to press start, and nobody has forgot to do that. Oh, Moxtux has rejoined us. Looks like the infamous internet problems are back. I hope they get fixed as soon as possible for Moxtux. But it is good that they are back, and to enjoy this lovely little race, even though we are missing most of the Americans, and the Americans on this grid put up a great show, that is for sure. Anthony Camacho being one of the best ones to do that for the AM split. Josh Buckwater also having his absolutely amazing recovery drives in the Nissan GTR that he chose this season. Andre Lloyd sadly leaving the championship because of some commitments outside of racing. So it is only one ORC car today to bring in the results, and hopefully that's going to happen for Felix Palin. As we just make our way around towards Spoon. And, well, I think all that Abe has on his mind is to win this race, and that's all he can do. That's all he will do, because Vgtr needs their second VGTR driver champion. Actually, third. Apologies, I forgot. Tom Bartel's been a VGTR driver, also a Season 1 world champion. We're going to be collecting these championships left, right, and center. We're going to have 50% of all the championships won if Abe is able to keep this race and the next couple of races under control. Everybody behind him weaving. Not sure why, if they can just be brake dragging right towards the line, and that's what I think the top 10 are going to be doing. Well, Matas is weaving, and that's not a good sign at all. Last time we saw Matas weaving on the straight in Kyalami season 4, I'd say, or season 5. He went straight into the wall, and the walls here are pretty close as well, so who knows? But look at that, 3 Porsches sitting directly behind each other are gonna get completely eaten up by everybody behind them on the straight. But I don't think Abe is gonna be one of those people, as we're gonna jump onto the drive with Camille Taha just to see how it is gonna be in the more or less midfield. Well, it's not really midfield, it's best of the rest field, just so we can catch anybody doing some fishy stuff. It's a long drive towards the line. We can see the red lights, 5 red lights ahead of us. When will the green flags wave and the race get underway? I think that'll be now, and they're all getting underway for Season 6, Round 3, and, well, they're already going a bit 3 wide into the first corner. There's not a lot of contact, and look at that, Camille Taha able to get past Matas on into the first corner very nicely. And oh my god, there's already people going absolutely nuts behind them. What is going on over there? Rogerio Santos, Patrick Starr, Ganahadi Hutama, Felix Palin, Pochola Demano, Ethan Reed, John Gibson, part of it as well. Not a good start for him. He's lost. And where is he? Yes, he is fully lost, and it looks like there was some massive pile-up. Actually, can we go a minute before? Well, this is the start of the race. Well, I can have a look at the race start. I don't think there's going to be a lot of things going on. Just want to have a look at what in the world even happened. Because we were spectating with Camille Taha, and that was a great overtake by him, by the way, into the first corner. John Gibson, he looks like he was, well, he was right there, and it was all going really great for him. Until, oh, there was just a massive pile-up, and he couldn't do anything about it. Just a lot of people going everywhere. Well, Patrick Slowick, he's very close to the back of Izzet Samil Dunn, just like Izzet Samil Dunn is very close to the back of Bob Sponge in the Bentley. And they're going to be going very close to each other. Oh, by the way, in the back, Ganahadi Hutama, he was going side by side with Dennis into the 130R. Bob Sponge, he's had a, what was that? Some sort of moment. He's been in some sort of collision with somebody. Saw him twitching. Felix Palin going side by side with Jacob Bizen towards the first corner. Felix Palin is going to have the inside line, and he's going to be able to take that position from the McLaren driver behind. Behind them, though, in front of them, I mean, Mohamed Irfan, he's fighting for P2, and Miroslav Zerkovic. Miroslav Zerkovic already falling behind 9/10 from Abe Santama. And look at that, Matas as well in the background, doing a little bit of a drift, and oh, getting all out of shape. Get onto the gravel. The classic rally driving. Is it Samil Dunn? Oh, look at that. Is it Samil Dunn? He was very close to the back of Patrick Starr. But also behind them, Jeffrey Theriot and Jacob Bisson also having a go at each other. And Jeffrey Theriot momentarily getting ahead of Jacob Bisson, but also now colliding with him and going down 2 positions. What is it Samil Dunn going to be able to do here into the chicane? Will he be throwing it down the inside? No, he doesn't. He's very much more composed to not throw it down the inside, as Abe Santima says the quickest lap time of the race, a 2:00.5. But behind him, Mohammed Irfan, 2:00.4. Jeffrey Theriot also pushing the likes of Ethan Reed behind him. Bartolo Di Mano also pushing him on to be going quicker. Oh my god, Ethan Reed looks like spun out by themselves. No, they haven't. There was contact with Jeffrey Theriot, so that's probably going to be reported for all I know. Jeffrey Theriot's now got Bartolo Di Mano in front of him. This is turning out to be a very contact race. There's a contact-free race and there is a contact race. I'm just looking at the replay, and yes, Jeffrey Theriot did pit maneuver Ethan Reed, and Ethan Reed now trying to make the position on Mox Tugs. Into the hairpin, not a lot of space there. There's also John Gibson behind him, who's well, he's hungry to get his positions back, that's all I know. And Matas, oh, yellow flag for him. What has happened there? Oh, and that's a lot. It's a lot of damage on the car. Mohammed Irfan setting the quickest lap time of the race as well. And there it is, Matas. We could just have a look at the replay at what happened with him going into 130R. Is it just going to be a classic case of spinning out on the exit? Oh my god. Looks like he forgot to steer when he was going out of 130R. Yeah, race over. You can... Well, I don't think it's a race over. You still got Rogerio Santos behind you. But that was really weird. I'm not sure why you went straight into that wall. Car bounced on the curb. Ouch, that is unfortunate, that's for sure. And it looks like again server losing a bit of connection. I'm not sure what's causing this freak spike. Happened a billion times. The practice was bound to happen. Was bound to repeat eventually, yeah. You can say that. But Mohammed Irfan, he's getting very close to Miroslav Zurkovic. Miroslav Zurkovic actually making a mistake, and that's going to let Mohammed Irfan through. That is a great capitalization on that mistake of Miroslav Zurkovic. Miroslav Zurkovic now going to be coming back right at him. Into the first corner. Look at the straight line speed of the Honda. And oh, sadly, both of them making a mistake. Miroslav Zurkovic exiting this corner, he made a mistake. Mohamed Irfan entering the corner, and actually, Mohamed Irfan, well, he gained a lot of time with the mistake of Miroslav Zurkovic, and now definitely up into third place. Good little move. Jeffrey Theriot on the back of Peter Anayev. Look at this little group. Guy Smiley behind him as well, and look at that. Down into the first corner. Nothing Jeffrey Theriot could do, and John Gibson having to fight with the likes of Mogstux, who has been swerving a lot. And I'm not sure if that was John Gibson making a mistake, or if that was him trying to avoid Mogstux. Let's actually have a look at that. So you can see here, Mogstux swerving a lot, and I think that threw off John Gibson and made him make a mistake. Letting everybody go, and making a mistake again. Afternoon, Toga, yes. Very good to have you back on the stream. Ganahadi making a move into 130R. Oh, that was beautiful. We just caught the end of it, but that was definitely something very, very nice. And Patrick Starr behind, cutting the corner, trying to get in front of Denis Koroteyev. I mean, that was Alonso-esque into 130R by Ganahadi on Dennis. Absolutely making it stick with the overspeed of the Audi. Makes a mistake. It's all the time when I'm praising these drivers, they make a mistake. And Patrick Starr also having a bit of a collision with Ganahadi, and now making a move on him. He also got Felix Planer behind him. What's the point allocation per position like at the moment? I think 25th place gets 1 point, and first place gets like 55 points. And I'm not sure what it's like in the middle. But yeah, it's between 1 and 25, so you're still gonna get points no matter what. And Patrick Starr now also getting getting pressured by Ganahadi behind him. For P9, even though they're not fighting for position as such, still fighting for the prestige of finishing ahead in the overall result. And Ganahadi straight into the wall. And I'm just trying to work out how many points Matas will get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're finishing 11th, so that's going to be 21 points for you. As Dennis makes a mistake again. And Patrick Starr gets ever so close. Now into the hairpin. He absolutely dives down the inside. Makes it stick in the Nissan GTR. And away he goes. Oh, Miroslav Zurkovic, what's that? There's a yellow flag for them. They're turned the wrong way. And they're getting overtaken by everybody. Let's have a look at what happened. Into 130R. Was it a Matas? Oh, it was nearly like Matas. Oh, and that is an absolute massive hit. And Matas also slowing down. Flashing his lights at Miroslav. Not sure if that was a bit of a cheeky little flash showing that, oh, look at you. I did that as well. But Miroslav now coming into the pit to fix his damage. And Ganahadi is not done with Dennis or Felix Palin or Patrick Starr, for that matter. And Matas just I don't even know what he's doing. Looked like he was wall riding and now he's drifting. Look at that. Now Dennis making a move on Felix Palin. So is Pacholo on Ganahadi. They're both going to be going side by side. Pacholo has actually gone into the grass. Now Dennis is going to be going around the outside, which turns into the inside. off spoon. Felix Palin's not going to be letting this one go too easy. And oh, a little bit of contact there, but nothing to really affect the race. And now Felix Palin, is he going to be trying to do the unthinkable? He's flashing him all the way down towards 130R. And for a second there, I thought he was going to be diving down the inside. Felix Palin might not be too happy that the AMs are fighting him this hard. But, well, it is a overall race as well. But these two cannot get enough of each other. Felix Palin and Denis Koroteyev. Not letting each other go. And I mean, hey, as long as both of them are keeping it clean, which for the most part they are, and going into the S's, this has taken a lot of confidence to be hanging it right next to the other driver. Denis and Felix making the best of this race, and Denis also going onto the grass over there, and going off. Felix Palin, he nearly tags the back of Ganahadi, and well, eventually actually letting all of them go. And this little squabble for 8th is not going to be ending there. Oh, will he go down the inside again? Ganahadi Hutama has done this overtake once, and he's going to do it again. Into 130R, both of them going a bit off. Possibly getting a penalty. Pocholo, he's going to be trying to sneak his way down the inside on Denis, and he does so successfully. Wow, Pocholo just following the back of Ganahadi Hutama. And slipping on by Ganahadi. Who was it? Yeah, they were slipping by Denis Koroteyev. That's the one. Ethan Reed and John Gibson now also having a bit of contact there. As Denis goes off. And that's going to bring in Felix Palin into the fight again. And these two have fought in the same exact place. And Felix Palin last time went off right here, but he doesn't do that this time. And now into the two right-handers. He's going to have the inside line. Will he be doing the overtake here? And he doesn't. He's just waiting for Denis to make the mistake. The crucial mistake. And he nearly does. That was a good save. Oh no! Before the hairpin, they made contact. Felix Palin though, saving it. And Denis going off. I'm not sure whose fault that was entirely. Let's just have a look at that. Here is Felix Palin waiting for the mistake of Denis. And well, it kind of happened here. Look at that. Saving it pretty well. But now before the hairpin, and I don't know, that actually looked very weird. Felix Palin not touching the wall. Maybe just getting a bit of a scratch on the side of his car. But Denis actually coming off worse. Jeffrey Theriot now, behind the likes of Jacob Bison, whatever. And they're making contact as well. What is going on this race? Jeffrey Theriot is not going to be happy with Jacob Bizen, or maybe it is going to be vice versa, but nevertheless, Jeffrey Theriot is thinking about going down the inside into 130. He thinks better of it. Now down the inside into the chicane. Will he be bombing it? And oh, Jacob Bizen turning in as if Jeffrey Theriot doesn't exist. Jeffrey Theriot letting the position go. How many laps do I need to do to count as finish instead of DNF? Well, I know that I know that you're still going to get points, so you're fine. As long as you don't leave. Yeah, Jeffrey Theriot and Jacob Bizen having the most amount of contact right here on the track. This is getting closer than Max Verstappen versus Hamilton all the time. Endless contact between these two. And if it happens again, I'm not sure if either of them can continue racing. Stewart's going to have some work after this. We always have work. Right, now into the hairpin. Around the outside. Oh, Jacob Bizen. I'm not sure if that was forcing him off the track or not, but dipping his wheels into the grass and going off the track, letting Jeffrey Theriot through for P15. He was definitely hoping to be somewhere up there with Poccolo Di Mano, but well, not so up there right now. Ooh, Camille Taha and Bob Sponge. Trading positions, and I'm not sure if this is going to turn into a battle, but it looks like Camille Taha has already lost a couple of tenths to Bob Sponge. Bob Sponge might be, well, he might be in contention for podium here. Who knows? Maybe Camille Taha will have a quick pit stop and overtake him in that stage. Now on other news, there is a 24-hour off Spa happening in 2 weeks now. Exactly 2 weeks. On the 10th of December. So mark your calendars, because Vgtr is going to be racing in that. I'm not sure how the stream is going to go if we are racing in it. But it might just be the case that whenever I'm driving, I stream myself, and whenever I'm not driving, I'm going to be streaming everybody else. Sounds like a good idea, to be fair. Camille Taha now getting very close to the back of Bob Sponge. making a lot of ground in that last lap. Or sorry, in this lap actually. In this lap, Camille Taha has brought in 7/10 on Bob Sponge. Neither of them have pitted so far. As I say there, actually, Mohamed Irfan comes into the pits for his first and final time this race, at least. And oh, Camille Taha making a bit of a mistake there. Clipping the grass. And losing a bunch of time to the back of Bob Sponge. Patrick Slowick. Oh, yellow flag. And he's just stranded in the middle of the track and he's out. Out of the race. Rogerio Santos making a move on Jacob Bizen. Jacob Bizen nearly touching the back of Rogerio Santos. And yeah, there goes Patrick Slowick. Not sure what happened there. Hopefully he comes in to explain what was the problem. As Jacob Bizen goes very, very wide out of 130R and whoa! Goes skipping across the chicane. And he's into the pits. What was that? What was that? Right, Abe Santama now into the pits as well. So is John Gibson and Peter Anayev and Miroslav Zurkovic. And Matas, who has been in the pits for the past couple of laps. Just watching the race. Camille Taha also into the pits. And Mohamed Irfan going to be making a move on Dennis, unless Dennis hits for in this lap. And he makes the move actually very cleanly into the chicane. No hassle there. And I think Miroslav Zurkovic has also DNF'd from this race. Well, leaving the race actually. Overtook him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that that's how it works. It might. You might get that position. You might also get Patrick's position and whoever just left. I don't know who left. I'm gonna go do some laps for fun. Well, as long as you don't get into anybody's way, then you should be fine. into the pit box with 0.4 liters left. Wow, well that's some good calculations. And oh, what's that? That's John Gibson off the track. Very interesting. Bob Sponge and Samil Dunn yet to make a pit. And Mohammed Irfan takes the fastest lap of the race away from Abe Santama. That's another point for the championship. And looks like the order is going to be restored as Bob Sponge comes into the pits. And we'll see if he actually exits ahead or behind Camille Taha. Camille Taha now. Oh, he's, I think, a bit too far behind over here. Here's Camille Taha. He's rushing towards the straight finish line. Well, actually, I wouldn't call it too straight. It's a bit bent. And, oh, is he going to take the position? There is Bob Sponge. There is Camille Taha. They're going to be fighting on the exit. And Camille Taha just takes that position with a buffer of another car in between them of mock stuck. So there we go. Camille Taha taking P3 from Bob Sponge. So far, at least. There's still 20 minutes to go. And somebody else leaving the race. Again, I have no clue. If only the graphic would show who DNFs. That would be very, very nice. But sadly, I don't have a great memory to remember who just left. I think it might have been Rogerio Santos. No, it's not. There he is. He's up there. Could have been anyone. And Felix Palin again. We've seen this fight before. We've seen him in a cluster of Ganahari Hutama and Dennis. I think, oh, it actually might have been Dennis Koroteyev who's actually left, it looks like. What's up, guys? What happened to Matas this time? Well, he got a Ferrari moment. He went over a curb, made the car bounce, and made it so uncontrollable that he flew, I don't know, 100+ kilometers straight into the wall of the exit of 130R. So that was about his race over. And now he's just doing some parade laps, it looks like. Yeah, indeed, it is the classic Matas plus Ferrari moment, I think. So, not really surprised. He did qualify pretty well, I think 4th overall, with a really good time actually, yeah. But yeah, as you can see, Anthony, if you're still here, not a lot of Americans. Everybody eating their leftover turkey, chatting with the family, or making their way back to the other side of the country. So look at that, you could actually see Matas in the background. He's got his wiper on. But one of the only Americans out on the track today, Felix Palin, he's giving Kanahari Hutama a very good rumble. And he actually passes him with ease this time. Kanahari Hutama not fighting Pocholo Di Mano this time. Deciding to give the position to Felix Palin and let him go on his way. Just got home from out of town 5 minutes before qualifying started. The thought crossed my mind to join, but I had zero practice, so nah. And that is fair enough. But I hope the Thanksgiving days, I don't know, because it looks like everybody's getting back today, so it's not really a Thanksgiving weekend. But Thanksgiving was good for you. If you were celebrating that, I'm not sure. I hope you were. Otherwise, I'm looking like a really big dumb boy. And it looks like Matas is back into the pits. Gonna try to do some quali laps now after fresh tires. Jesus, man. This isn't a practice server, you know? Can't just be doing that. Let's actually have a look at Matas's qualifying laps. Back in Chicago for Thanksgiving. Ooh. Always good to see the family. Oh, that's great. Oh, Matas. Making a horrible mistake. And again. Turning his wiper on. We all know that that gives you the most amount of speed. I'm not even sure what he's doing. Guess maybe having a bit of fun. Right, well, let's actually go to a proper race, which is Jeffrey Therier and John Gibson fighting for 4th position in the AM split. And oh, Jeffrey Theriot has decided to take flying lessons. And has disappeared out of existence. Well, that's good news for John Gibson, that's for sure. And there is John Gibson, by the way, in the background. Pretty close to the back of Ethan Reed. I'm not sure why it says 7 laps. He definitely has a much less of a gap to the back of Ethan Reed. So does Bob Sponge to the back of Camille Taha. He's got a 1.5 second gap to the back to the final podium position of Camille Taha in third. What will this be? Looking like a nice recovery for Gibson after the start. Yeah, that's for sure. That start was not ideal. Definitely could have done without falling into the pile-up, but yeah, no, it's definitely been a good recovery. And he's also getting pretty close to the back of Ethan Reed. I'm not sure if the time constraint is gonna favor him at all, but he's definitely tried his best. And is gonna come out in 4th, which is gonna be his best position finish so far. As Bob Sponge is, he's squirming. Getting nervous, trying to chase the back of Camille Taha for, as I said before, the final podium position. Bob Sponge getting even closer now. Oh, and Jeffrey Theriot is back. Back from his flying. He's into the race now. Might have been a bit of a lag spike for some people. And for all I know, I think this might be the final lap of the race. And will Bob Sponge be able to get Camille Taha? Or is it going to be a failed podium place? Oh, he's getting within the half 10th. It's 4/10 now. It's getting closer. This is closer than it was in the last lap. 2 right-handers. Will Camille Taha will take them good? Yes, he does. He takes them very nicely out of the last one. Oh, Bob Sponge taking it just a bit quicker. And up to the hairpin now. Will Bob Sponge do what most racers do? No, he doesn't. Camille Taha just grabbing the inside line. Bob Sponge. Oh, for a second there, it looked like he was going to be taking the outside line towards Spoon, but he's got a bit more time. He's got plenty of time to think about this. And Camille Taha planting his car right in the middle of the track. Making it hard for Bob Sponge to even make a decision on where to go. Bob Sponge now. Final sector. Off this race. Where is he going to go? Is he going to try and make it stick round the outside into 130R? No, he doesn't, but Kamil Taha makes a little bit of a mistake. Now, into the chicane. Round the outside, it won't work. Actually, I'm not even thinking it's the final lap of the race for these guys. I think this is going to be their final lap of the race. Which is not good news for Kamil Taha, that's for sure. Bob Sponge now closer than ever around the outside. He doesn't do it. He thinks better of it. And he's actually fallen back now from Kamil Taha. Now this is where it's going to get very nervous for the two drivers. Kamil Taha, oh, he made a bit of a mistake. And he's going to leave the inside. Or the outside now, actually. Completely open. Bob Sponge. Oh, he made contact with Kamil Taha just coming up to the hairpin. And, well, that set it done. As Abe Santama wins the race, Mohammed Irfan takes second place. A very good runner-up spot for him. Only 7.6 seconds behind Abe. Abe was eventually able to take the fastest lap away from Mohammed Irfan with a 2:00.4. Not bad at all. But that is heart-wrenching, that's for sure, for Kamil Taha to have his race end like this. Definitely would have been much better if it was a fight towards the final corner, but Bob Sponge takes third place and Kamil Taha might not be too happy, but takes fourth place. John Gibson and Ethan Reed making a collision. Just want to have a look at that because they were very close to each other. There they are, actually. We were missing out on a whole entire battle here. John Gibson was going to go round the outside of 130R. And oh yeah, no. That was definitely not going to be happening. John Gibson just missing out on his first podium in the AMs. Might not be too happy with himself, but it was close enough. It was a good recovery drive from him. Felix Palin unable to get Poccolo to Mano, but that won't matter because they are not in the same split. And that is pretty much it for the race. Let's just have a look. €10 to take out the whole grid. Oh. Well, that was definitely a good race, I'd say. Maybe not a good end for everybody, but it was definitely a good race in terms of the show, in terms of the amount of collisions and fights we had on the track. A lot of people also not finishing the race. Might it be due to internet problems or too much damage? Yeah, that's pretty much the race done with Ape Santama taking the win. A pretty dominant race from him. Pretty dominant qualifying from him as well. And yeah, that will be pretty much it. We are going to... I forgot where. We're going to Zolder next weekend. And then the weekend afterwards, we're going to Spa for the 24 hours of Spa, where we are going to be participating in it. And 54 other teams will be doing so as well. But it's been great having you here. And